before we actually break into groups and go through this model as a team, let me walk you through one example of a technology services company and how they use the assets to action model. So they started with their inside, and they listed their needs, the assets they had available to them, and they put things in there that some of them considered mundane or second nature or just ordinary. They even included some items that might have been considered waste. But all of those, as we went through the process, became valuable because people saw that even things that to you might appear as second nature or nothing special might actually be in the marketplace a real value to somebody else. So don't forget about that as we walk through the model. And then when they went to set their downside, as you would expect, they had money, they had headcount, what they could expect to spend on that. But they also spent a lot of time talking about their brand. So how much of their brand did they want to leverage in this innovative discussion? And they had bounced around some ideas about trying things under a sub-brand, maybe going that route. But they did, in the end of the day, decide that they did want to use their brand to try some innovative things, but they wanted to only test them with certain types of customers who they maybe had had long-term relationships with in certain groups. So that's important to think about as we break out as well. Then the outside was really interesting for this technology services company because as they thought about their potential stakeholders, they included current customers, past customers, some competitors in that list that maybe they could partner with for certain types of ventures. They even looked at social networks of their employees to see, are there spouses, are there friends, are there people they are connected with who might be potential stakeholders for them in an innovative venture. So that was an interesting twist that they put on this model as well. And then as they were looking at their go-forward idea, something really interesting popped up. So they were used to the idea that their people was a differentiator for them. They had always kind of stood by that. But they uncovered that their process was also a potential differentiator. And as they got to talking about their process a little more, they realized that about 80% of what they do in terms of groundwork technology preparation for their clients is pretty similar across their value chain. So what they determined was that this could be an opportunity for them to productize and go from being merely a technology services company to a technology product, a software product and services company, which would open up a very interesting revenue line for them. So that was something that, as they went out and had co-creative conversations with stakeholders and existing partners, kind of emerged through those discussions, and now they're in the process of implementing that in partnership with some of their largest customers today. And having these customers, as a group, potentially fund that development into a software product and services organization.